Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HERBMAN Show. Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HERBMAN. Busting you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Hey, look, go tell somebody your homie HERBMAN is on. And if you're new to the program, welcome. Go ahead and hit that logo right up on your screen right there. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, you guys, so that you don't miss what HERBMAN is bringing to the world, all right? So today you guys are going to talk about some of the foods that we can eat. I know there's a lot of discrepancies on what do I eat, why do I eat it, what do I eat, when do I eat it, and all this type of stuff. Now, understanding that diet is the most important aspect to our health, we really want to understand this part of everything. And I want to start off by first making this comment. Eating does not have to be such a drudgerous type of thing, okay? Especially when you're talking about being healthy. I don't want us to keep looking at health as being such a eliminatory type of thing. Now, maybe when you're in a critical situation and you're really trying to get over some health situation, you may need to consider elimination as a part of the process in order to activate your self-healing mechanism. But when you're talking about preventative health and when you're talking about just trying to maintain some sense of health, you really want to think variety more than limiting yourself as far as the foods that you eat, okay? You want to kind of start to expand your food categories instead of limit them, especially when you're thinking about preventative health. Because there's going to be different vitamins and minerals that the body is just going to need. And if you're in a limited diet, you get limited sources of those vitamins and minerals. It could really be detrimental to one's health moving forward. Remember that 92% of DNA disruption normally mostly comes from vitamin and mineral deficiency. So this is a big thing in our community where we have very high access to a plethora of foods, but we're not really getting the nutritional factor that should be given in these foods that we're eating, okay? So we're still walking around here full but malnutrition. So we want to make sure that we know what foods that are important for us to eat to maintain muscle mass because we lose that as we age, to maintain bone density because we lose that as we age, to maintain pH balance in the body, to maintain the pressures in the body because they normally will go up as we age, to maintain our memory because that normally will start to decline as we age. So all of these things start to change as you age and as you get older in this particular climate. And so now is high time for us to start to learn what we can do to maintain optimal health as we go through these seasons of change. And the best thing you can do is be seasonal with the seasons. And that's in your eating habits, that's in just your whole understanding of life. Wintertime is a detoxification time for the earth itself. It's also a time for replenishing so that when you understand detoxing, you don't necessarily have to see it always as eliminatory. Again, it could be something to allow you to understand that this is also my time to restore, to replenish oneself, right? To build up for the spring, the summer, and the fall, okay? Because what you do in the winter time can determine how much endurance, how much stamina, how much oomph you have, right? How much life, how much vitality you have to make it through these 3 seasons, all right? Before you go back into this cubbyhole, this hibernation, this detoxification process, this rejuvenation process, this replenishing process, right? And you have to be able to withstand that for 3 months in order for you to make it through 9. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So you look at the seasons like that, then you can understand why you should eat certain ways as well, right? So in the springtime, we should be eating our fruits, and our herbs and our vegetables. In the summertime, we should be highly on the fruits, right? So we can stay hydrated, so we can stay balanced as far as our pH, so our acidity don't go up. Because again, as your pressures go up in the body, your temperatures go up in the body. So you can start experiencing high body temperatures, which mean high blood pressures. And now, you're all in a sick mode because obviously we understand too, proteins will create a high energy level in the body, which is going to create high temperatures, which is then going to create high pressure. So eating meats in the summertime is not ideal for us to do. You more go fruit based, okay? And again, fall season comes around. This is where harvest this time comes up. So you can start to really put away things for this winter time that's going to come, knowing that you're going to go into a detoxification process. And again, if we start to just mimic how the seasons go, then we can start to have a real fluid understanding of how to eat, when to eat, and why to eat it that way, and then how to allow the earth to replenish as you replenish your energy as well. We're all building up that energy so that we can get through these summer times and these hot temperatures and all of this type of stuff. And if we don't really understand what we need to eat and why, and again, I would say seasonal, I would say variety, and I would say go as the seasons go. Prepare yourself for detoxification process. Keep all of that in your lifestyle, and you should be okay with whatever diet that you're eating. But again, I say variety. Variety. Open up your palate instead of limit your palate, and you may be able to balance more readily your vitamin and mineral intake. Okay. So again, what are some of the foods that we can eat for our health? Okay. So right here, we just got a list of this right here. Okay. So for the fruits, the number one food is going to be your berries. Okay. For your fruit, the number one food is going to be your berries. All right, and berries are going to be very high in antioxidants. They're going to be very high in anti-cancerous stuff as well, and they're going to be very high in hydration. Okay, and they're going to give you that as well. And a lot of the berries we can normally eat with the skin on, so that's also going to be very high in fiber. And a high fiber diet is what we really need. Okay, we need more of a high fiber diet, more high unprocessed carbohydrates, right, in our bodies from a natural source than anything else, right? Because the body really runs on energy, and if we can give it this fruit energy, man, we'll be good to go. Melons is very good, especially for hydration. Okay, cooling the body down. This is one of the number one fruits you would want in the summertime. Okay, in the summertime, you will want to get those melons. All right. Now, citrus fruit is what I would have third because they do carry a content of acidity. All right, so we want to be able to have these fruits, but at a minimum. Okay, we want to be able to have these fruits, but at a minimum. Okay, because they can get acidic as well. All right, and then they can start to cause the pH balance to be off. But you do need citrus fruit. They do have their uses in the body, especially dealing with your digestive system and your gastric juices and all that type of stuff. These things are very good at helping generate those acids and get the body flowing, so that when you do eat, you can break down your foods a lot more properly. Okay. All right. Now for the veggies, all right, the number one food for the veggies that we should be eating, you guys, are dark green leafy vegetables. They are the number one source. And again, these things are going to sound cliche, but these are also foods that you can eat that's going to maintain or contain high fiber content. So fiber again is ideal in this particular way you're eating. Okay, dark green leafy vegetables. These are going to be your bok choys. These are going to be your cabbages. Okay, and this is including red cabbage as well. All right. Some folks like kale, callaloo. Okay, your collards. Okay, really dark green leafy vegetables. I would even put in there arugula, watercress. Okay, asparagus. Uh, 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 I mean, it's a slew of them, even kale and all that type of stuff. These are broccolis and all of that stuff was going to be very, very good at being high fiber. But also, too, you have a lot of those vegetables that have what they call sulforaphane in there, which is very anti-cancerous, okay? So again, now you're hitting with a dual role like the berries up there, okay? Now next, you want to go towards your red and yellow vegetables, okay? Red and yellow vegetables are going to be next, all right? So dark green leafy vegetables first, Then your red and yellow vegetables, okay, are going to be very, very good. Your bell peppers and stuff like that are going to be very good for you. Maybe if you like tomatoes or, squash or whatever, those types of things. These are your red and yellow vegetables, okay? Carrots, all that type of stuff. These are your red and yellow vegetables, okay? All right. And then third, you can go and you can lighten up, okay? And then you can go to lettuce and all that type of stuff as well, cauliflower. But again, the lighter the color, the less the nutrients, okay? So that's why we just want to keep it in the color format, all right? And when you're looking at these fruits, you guys, start to try to pick fruits that you can actually eat with the skin on, okay? You want to try to pick fruits that you can actually eat with the skin on, because again, our main mission is to try to get high fiber within us. All right, the higher the fiber, the better the duality of the fiber, meaning that you need some soluble with some insoluble fiber. The better off you will be. The more saturation the body will feel, which is meaning you'll feel more fuller. Okay, and you don't have to eat as much. Not a whole lot is required, because you'll be putting the best fuel in these types of bodies, in these types of engines. Okay, we require high octane energy, all right, not fast fleeting energy. Some of us don't even put unleaded in our car, so you don't really want to start. You don't really want to continue to put it in the body. We deserve, and we actually will work better off of high octane energy, and that's going to be your fibrous foods, your high fiber foods. Okay, we really need to understand that this is the way you want to eat moving forward. This could help us with a lot of the irritable bowel syndromes that are going on, especially in communities of color. Okay, you have a lot of diabetic issues. You got a lot of Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndromes, colitis, ulcerative colitis, diverticulitis. A lot of these things are going on in the community that you guys may not be aware of, okay? And because of that, we really need to understand how to handle the gut microbiome. We got to stay away from a lot of these dairy products, because that's really deteriorating a lot of the gut biome, really changing it around, and really giving us a very, very bad issues when it comes to our health. So we want to make sure that we're handling that gut, and we just need to make sure we know what to eat. Now, if you guys want to ask me about what percentage of that, I would make that 80% of my diet. I would make that 80% of my week. I would make that 80% of my meals. I would make that 80%, of everything that you do. You see what I'm saying? If you just think about it in that concept, you'll be better off. Make this diet be 80% of your diet throughout the year, 80% of your diet throughout the months, 80% of your diet throughout the week, 80% of this is your diet throughout the day. And you'll see 80% of your health come back. And if you can just maintain your health at 80%, 90%, and never let it decline from there, I mean, that is actually not bad, you guys, okay? Even though we want you to be 100%, when I was working in the hotel business, a guy told me one day in an interview, he said, I really wouldn't want my guys doing 100%, because you're not going to get that every day. He said, but I am going to expect for you guys to give me 75% every day. Because you think about it like a truck. Truck going 100 miles per hour down the road, eventually it's going to burn out and stop. But if it goes 75, it can maintain everything at that speed, you know what I mean? So we're just looking for consistency, and we're looking for consistency to where we can actually be able to stay at a particular health that'll maintain us in the years to come. And then therefore you'll be 100, 120, 130, 140, 150 years old, still able to do some of the things you were able to do in your 20s and 30s. And so that's the objective. We just need to know what fruits and what vegetables could really get us there. And if you're sick and you're having issues with your health, this is definitely the diet to go to. And if you're healthy as heck and you're just 10 years old and you're trying to figure out How can I stay feeling this way? This is the diet to go to, man. So I didn't want to make this video long, but I definitely wanted to make it strong. I love you guys. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Go tell somebody about your homie HERBMAN. And until next time, love HERBMAN. Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HERBMAN Show.